Alright. Hello and good morning. So, honestly, my low isn't what I would consider a low, perhaps. But basically, for a while, as you guys know, I have the pickling bug. And, I've been, making pickles. Well, the rule of thumb is after you make pickles, the longer you wait, the better they are. So I'm thinking if I make them sooner, the wait will be longer, therefore they'll be better. So basically I got up like super duper early this morning, like just before 4. And, I just did a quick pickle, vinegar, white vinegar, salt, sugar, water, and a whole bunch of, sliced pickles, sliced very thin via my mandolin, which, I have cut myself on before. In fact, I have a scar on my thumb. I don't think you can really tell, but yeah, it's on there. Basically, I made a whole bunch of, pickles, like, a couple, and here's the thing. When I made my pickles, I'm like, well, it's just like, because I started like before 4, and I was done like right before 5. So, just after 7:30 right now. So my pickles have been pickling for 2.5 hours. Naturally, they would need to be there a lot longer than that before I even think about having any, which, it's fine. I'm going to be busy all day today, so I don't gotta worry. Here's the thing, after I was done, I went back to sleep thinking, I'm only going to sleep that long. It was like right after 5. It was like 6:45 when I woke up. Yeah, I totally screwed up. And here's the thing, I wound up being so incredibly tired that like, I completely slept on top of my covers. I made my bed. See, fun fact for you folks, I actually make my bed immediately when I get out of bed in the morning. Because, I'm neat like that. So, my low essentially is I got a later start than what I would have liked. But I brought that upon myself. So, there's that. My high, on the other hand, there's actually several highs. One of which I'm about to get into in a minute. And the topic of today's video for the most part. Readers, of course, yesterday, I had that. But, here's the thing. The jars I used for making the pickles this morning, like, they're the sorts of jars that, like, where like if you have like where you twist it and the button pops up, that means it's unsealed. And keep in mind, I did not these are quick pickles. Like I'm not expecting they're gonna last like a few days because I really like pickles, especially when I make them myself. They're gonna last like a couple weeks maybe if I really want to. I mean, again, I really like pickles a lot, so Lord knows that's not going to happen. But here's the thing. Every single one of my jars wound up sealing. And again, they're like the sorts of jars you twist and the little button in the center pops up and you press like that. And after about an hour before I showered and, got ready to do this video, I looked in the refrigerator again and I just pressed the top of them just a little bit and they sealed. Okay. So now, instead of lasting, about a month and a half if I wanted to, they could probably last until probably the rest of 2020. I mean, they're not gonna last that long. Let's be real here. I do like my homemade pickles. That being said, though, I'm getting really good at making them. If I do a good enough job, and if I get myself some big enough and fancy enough jars, I know exactly what I'm getting my family for Christmas. Literally food for thought. So yeah, that's my high. And I guess my act of kindness would be contemplating that I'm going to give my family and friends pickles. They're really cool. But no, that's not good enough act of kindness. I actually have to do something that requires an act of kindness. Well, I just chauffeured around my grandmother yesterday because I end up doing that every Friday. Which, I love my grandma, so I can't really complain about that. So, good morning and happy Saturday, everybody. I said there was actually several highs. One of them is, believe it or not, One Piece chapter 992 got released. So, yeah. This video, for the first time in, gosh, since I think before October, we have a manga chapter reaction video. Hooray! I know some of you guys are probably thinking, well, okay, he's done class and session for the last 2 weeks. And I really was planning on doing that today, but a thought had occurred to me yesterday. Because, I mean, I've taken many classes over my time at Horseheads and Trinity Pauling, and I do plan on talking about them all. But I thought if I do a good enough job and talk about 1, maybe 2 classes a week, then theoretically I could make the class and session videos last until probably the end of this particular school year happening this year. I mean, yeah, I know with the world going on and, homeschooling and stuff, but theoretically. So, basically, I'm going to try and do the class and session videos throughout the rest of the school year. Now, obviously, I won't be doing it every Saturday, of course. There could be a holiday perhaps coming up. I mean, Halloween is going to be a Saturday, so already that's one weekend where I may not wind up doing a class and session video. If it's like a major holiday, like Halloween is a major holiday. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to get into that. I mean, personally, I would wish Halloween was considered a national holiday, but it's not. Well, but a major holiday like Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, holiday weekends in which school would be off, I won't do a class and session video. If it's like spring break, maybe, I won't do a class and session video for that either. Actually, technically this past week was Columbus Day, so not doing one this weekend would make up for the fact that I did 2 last week, so, I guess that all works out, doesn't it? So, yeah. I guess now for now that's like the plan for the class and session videos going forward. So with that taken care of, let's get into the manga chapter reaction, shall we? Okay, let's see. And I have this little guy by my side. Okay, so, alright then. Man, it's so good seeing cover spreads with, the Straw Hats together. All of them. And yes, that does include Jinbei. Even now, it's almost 20 chapters ago. And I'm so incredibly thrilled he's one of the Straw Hats again. Focus. You gotta focus. The first manga chapter reaction in several weeks. Let's hope I'm not rusty. Alright. One Piece chapter 992. Remnants. Okay. Ooh. Big Mom and Paris Pearl. And Marco. All together. And they're talking casually. I guess it kind of makes sense. Marco was the first division commander of the late Whitebeard pirates. And, Big Mom, even though Whitebeard was considered his rival, had some respect for him. So, yeah, I guess the fact they're not, arguing or fighting right now is, that's kind of nice. Personally, though, I like that. Marco just said, he says, see, all the Whitebeard pirates refer to Whitebeard as Pops. And he says, do you think that Pops' voice is still binding us to his will? Everyone who's left is free. You know what? I like that. Because, of course, they still have respect for their former captain. But, in the end, Whitebeard wanted them to be happy. Because and I've said this before on camera, the thing Whitebeard, even though he could have been king of the pirates, he legitimately chose not to. Because in the end, he just wanted to have a family. And that is A-okay by me. Okay, Carrot. Okay, Carrot's running over to fight Sparrow. Goes on Pedro. Nice. Hey, Luffy, alright. And he's running to, I presume, where Kaido is fighting. Okay. Oh. That is quite interesting. Hold on a second. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. It is. Black Maria of the Toby Ropo is playing the Shamisen. Uh-oh. I have some thoughts about that. See, for those of you who don't know, the shamisen is sort of like a Japanese string instrument, like a guitar, if you will. And throughout the entirety of the Wano arc, the shamisen has been played to signify the beginning and the end of a particular act of Wano. They did it at the beginning and the end of Act 1, the beginning and the end of Act 2. And now we have a shamisen here. I hope this isn't the end of Act 3. It shouldn't be, considering that there's technically still a lot to talk about. But that's interesting. I'll put a link into the description of what a shamisen looks like for those of you who don't know. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, I like this. Black Maria is playing the shamisen as the nine red scabbards, or the vassals, and Kaido are fighting. Nice. And there's a nice balance of, like, the vassals and Kaido colliding with each other on this double page. Huh. You know, it's funny. Since the beginning of Punk Hazard, when Kinemon was introduced, the vassals, for the most part, have been kind of acting like, for the most part, it's kind of misfits. And if you were to tell me that these 9 individuals are going to fight Kaido in, like, the major final battle here, I don't think I believe you. But then I would trust that you're a good time-traveling soul. So I would. Okay, another... Whoa! That is awesome! Apparently when Kaido roars, his roaring turns into lightning. Nice! Very nice. Raizo, my man! And, ooh, Nakamamushi! Very nice. Kawamatsu! Yeah! Alright, you land those blows on Kaido. And they're hurting him too! Sweet! This is awesome, dude! Alright. Whoa! Slicing rounds. Falling snow sides. Oh, dude. The vassals they are crushing this. That is so cool. K9 Scourge from Unirashi. Nice. Alright. I love how Kaido is just baffled. Because, like, here's the thing. And I've said this before. Kozuki Odin was the only one to scar Kaido. And Kaido's like, none of their attacks bear resemblance to any of Odin's blades. Yet, why could they cut me? Yeah. I don't know how to explain it here. Well, actually, I do sort of know how to explain it, but I'd rather get it away for now. Whoa! Okay. Move over, Bartolomeo. Rise of Now is the coolest defense ever. He literally took Kaido's blast breath, used a scroll, and reversed it back into Kaido. For the win? Is this Rival's Devil Fruit? Maybe it is. Personally, oh, yeah, that's true. Somewhere. I'll look at that later. Yeah, because, I mean, we've seen people with abilities that aren't Devil Fruit related in One Piece before. But nothing like this. I mean, if it is a Devil Fruit power, I'm not going to complain. But, you know, it's still really cool. Okay. Oh, alright. Oh, a nice little flashback of Odin teaching them Rio, or their form of argument hockey. But they have their own style, so they don't really need to. But they learn it anyway. Wait. Okay. Are Ashura Doji, Kinemon, Denjiro, and Inarashi going to do what I think they're going to do? Holy cow, they did Odin's attack in the exact same spot that Odin laid the scar. Okay. Okay. This was the most action-packed chapter we've had in a good while. In the best possible way. Is this a perfect chapter? Actually, I only have two complaints. The first is I mentioned that Luffy was in the chapter earlier. He was the only Straw Hat featured in this chapter in its entirety. I think Luffy was there to remind the audience that, yes, this is One Piece you're reading. So, maybe that's the reasoning behind it. But the only other complaint I have, and this is the best possible kind of complaint, there are a lot of like double page spreads on here that you guys will see, because I'm going to put a link to the chapter in the description down below. But because of the fact there's a lot of double page spreads, it feels like as soon as I started reading the chapter's already over. So, other than that, this chapter was amazing. Definitely worth the wait. So, yeah. This was awesome. Like, favorite, share, the subscribe button, follow me on the social platforms wherever you guys need to. I'm very humble in this video for all you guys who watch and enjoy today. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And remember, if you guys want to talk to chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. Take care, and make good choices.